Growing up, I always looked at things like a piece of art or something. I'd always thought that would be really neat if it did something. I would make whirligigs that spin in the wind, and I've always just been kind of fascinated by anything that did some sort of movement. I've always wanted to be an artist, but I was sort of discouraged by friends and family. It's like, you know, you're never going to make any money as an artist. It's really hard to do. So I kind of sort of put that dream on hold because I thought, well, I could be an industrial designer and I can also do artwork on the side. In 2000, I switched over from making props and models for photographers. I started making these mechanical artworks, kinetic sculpture. And sometimes it's called automata, which means basically a figurative piece that moves by a mechanism. When I'm making my figures, everything was carved out of basswood. Nowadays, everything except the heads, I use polymer clay. You can push it around and mold it around for hours until you get it right, and then you can bake it, and then it's done. I don't really sketch every detail out. I don't do a full-blown drawing, but I kind of know this is going to be a figure, that it needs to be moved. I have a motor that basically just goes round and round, and it's like, okay, how am I going to make that motor move a person's arm up and down or back and forth or make somebody's bodies twist? But also I've started including found objects, which are basically old things, cast-off things you find in a thrift store, antique store, or flea market that I kind of add to my sculptures. You know, it's some mystique about things that move. I'm fascinated by movement, but I think a lot of people are. When I go to the shows and I see people, you know, look at my pieces and it starts moving, they have to look at it longer, they're just fascinated by it more. I just think that that's kind of human nature. And just the fact that I can make a living at what I'm doing is, you know, an amazing thing.